Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. We are going to tackle Roxy's weekly challenge week 15, and that's going to bring me up to date. So that is a happy situation. So week 15, I think it's week 15. Anyway, the project that Rachel was making in this challenge is little book page booklets that are designed to pull apart and be used. So for collage or used as a base for ephemera or whatever the person would like to. So initially I thought, we've done a few book page bundle type projects lately, and I was not too fussed. I thought maybe I'd give it a skip, and then my brain started whirring and I came up with something definitely very similar to Rachel's, but my own little take and spin on it. Because if you're a regular to my channel, you know I have a thing about books. I love them. I cannot resist them. I have to bring them home, but it's getting a little out of control. So I'm on a real mission to use them up, and I struggle to use the images. I love, love, love the images, particularly illustrations, diagrams, just love them. And I keep them, and they pile up and they pile up and they pile up, and I will use some of them, but nowhere near as many as I actually have. So for this, please excuse me, I don't even have a drink handy. For this project, I'm going to focus on using parts of the book page that have imagery. And I'm trying to be really ruthless, because going through my books to grab out papers like, oh no, I can't include that one. No, I can't use that one. No, I might need that one for something else. So I'm trying to switch off that part of my brain that says I need to hold on to it and just let it go and put it in these. And these I envisage could be included in Happy Mail. They could be included in a journal. They could be included with an order as a thank you. Those types of things. So that's how I envisage I will use these. Just a little something fun for the recipient to play with. So I have prepared from several different books a bunch of papers. I want them to be able to fit into a standard envelope. So I've gone and just in the pages whipped them in half, and where there was no imagery on maybe the top or the bottom of the page, I put that aside to use as text. I'm only including bits that have some form of image or illustration on. Okay, so I don't know how many I'm going to make. Let's just kind of separate by type, I guess. So there are some colour bits and pieces. There's bits from encyclopedias, from gardening books, from all manner of books. So there's animals, there's objects, there's just diagrams, mostly black and white, I would say, but it's a 4-poster bed. It's so pretty, and there's some on the other side as well. And then this page of 4-poster beds, and there's boat and some sea life and a little carriage and some ships. You know, sometimes it's just on one side. This is text, this is images. So if you don't want the images, you can just use the text. Now where am I up to? These are all the same, so let's try and mix it up, because I think I've got more than 4 here. More than enough pages. You know, what am I trying to say? More than 4. I'm just going to do 4 because I've grabbed out way too many pages. They're all the same page. I don't even know if I'm making sense. Never mind, you'll get the gist. There's this lovely old book page with some fun children's illustrations. Put one of those in each. A bird book. You know, I love my bird books, but share it around. This is quite a plain one, but it's, you know, you can always use the text. I don't have another one of those. I've only got 3. So maybe we'll put, which one's missing one? This one. I'll put another book page, gardening book page with that one. Here's a map of part of the South Island of New Zealand, and then this is a Sinbad children's book. Just fun imagery. Right, so I think that's sufficient. How many have we got per 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that was totally unplanned, but I think that's a happy number. 10 pages per little booklet that we're going to make. So this is the biggest sheet, and I've just torn them out, and I'm just going to leave them raggedy. I'm going to fold, and I'm not worried about staggering them or doing, you know, anything fun like what Rachel did. I'm just going to fold them, and they land where they land, because I don't want to take a long time with this project. So they, you know, some bits might stick out further than others. Yeah, it just will be a fun little booklet, random. This one's quite fragile, so it does tear very easily, so I'll put it in the middle so that it's a bit more protected. Well, not in the middle, but you know, inside our little booklet. Wouldn't put it on the outside. It's got a hippo and some penguins, and the back is just plain. There's a few like that of the book plates. This one's fun too, blank on the back, out of the same book as the penguins, with some colour tiles, which is quite fun. A little bit of colour in there. And then this one with the plant diagram is so cool, and one that normally I would like, oh, I might be able to use that sometime. But will sometime ever come? That's the question I have to ask myself. Because really, if I do want to use it, will I remember where it was, or that I've even got it? And that becomes the problem, doesn't it? So I'm just going to pop some paper clips on, just to hold it in place so I'm not fighting with it. And I'm going to do the same thing Rachel did with punching holes with my crocodile. I'm going to try the smallest hole. And that one, how far? I want to make sure I catch the papers. So I might want to go in a bit more than that, I think. Change the setting on the depth, just to make sure I catch all the paper. Oops. Just to fix my little error there. It got caught on the crocodile and moved on me. Right, so let's give this a go. Puss. He's in a mood this morning. He's in the kitchen, and I just heard him attacking the fridge magnets on the fridge. It's like, what's that about, mister? He wants food, but it's not lunchtime yet. It's close to lunchtime, but he just has to be patient. Now, I'm also going to use ribbon, because I thought that would be quite nice, and I want, whatever I tie it with, I want it to be of the length that is usable by the recipient, so that it's not too short, that it's throwaway, that it's actually usable. So this happens to be a bit cut off clothing. You know how they put those straps on clothing so that when you hang it on a hanger, it stays on the hanger? That's what this is. They really annoy me, so the first thing I do when I get any clothing with one on is I cut it off. Puss! Really? Excuse Puss. He just sent something onto the floor. You need to get down, darling. Oh, yes, I will feed you Soon. Down you hop. Good boy. Goodness, sorry about that. I have no idea what he sent skittering onto the floor. Right, so as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, is I'm going to use ribbon and I'm going to tie it in a bow so that one, it's easy to undo and get the papers out, and two, you've got a fun little bit of ribbon to use. Whoops, didn't tie that very well, but it doesn't matter. It's just loosely holding it together. Just a fun little booklet to put in. Now these might actually be a bit thick if I was sending other things with them, but that's all right. We can always take some pages out if we need to. Yes, Puss. He's sitting looking at me like grumpily, like, I want food, Mum. I haven't eaten since breakfast time, and it's now 5 minutes till lunchtime. How rude. That's what he's telling me with his eyes. But he can wait. We have found that if we make him wait a little bit, he's more likely to eat properly than just have a bit and walk away and then be back later on going, I'm hungry, but the food in my dish is yucky because I didn't eat it when you first put it in. So I demand more food, please. Yep, that's our Puss. Now, where's... Oh, it's on the bottom. I was like, where's the Alibaba or the Sinbad, whatever it is? I think it's got Alibaba and Sinbad in the book. Book page. It's like, where is it? So yes, there are holes in the book pages, but then, you know, they're not designed to be journal pages or anything. Although you could turn it into a little journal. You could just permanently bind it and then make it into a little fun little art journal or something. It would be super cute. Little notebook to put in your handbag maybe for taking away when you're out of the house. And now he's gone outside. Puss, I'm talking about. Because it's like, oh, I'm not getting fed, I'm going out. He's getting old and very demanding in his old age. And we feed him 3 times a day, and you would have seen he is still super, super skinny. Very, very skinny. But he's an absolute loon. Like, he runs around like a kitten. Like I told you, he was, you know, he's still playful. He was attacking the fridge magnets on the fridge. So I must remember to pick them up off the floor wherever he's happened to hide them. Because they might even be under the fridge by now. Who knows? Right, so having holes is, I don't think, a huge issue. And I'm putting the smaller holes in just to minimize the bit that we're losing. Right, let's do a different ribbon. I suspect what he skidded onto the floor was one of my ribbons. This is a pretty metallic pink one, which I thought would be quite fun. And this is on a spool, so it's not a scrap. Ooh. It is a little tricky though, because it frays at the end when you try and squeeze it. All the little metallic fibers separate. So easiest way is actually to put a little kink in it like that, and you don't get the fraying, and you've got a point to push through your hole. There we go. Let's just trim that. So I'm just going to do 4 of these books. It's going to be quite a short video. And that's good because I'm getting hungry too. Puss isn't the only one that's getting hungry. Right. I'm choosing to put this children's book page on the outside because it's quite thick and will make a nice cover. Now, I just forgot, like a silly Billy, I actually meant to put wallpaper on the outside as a cover. I'm going to leave those ones like that, but let's do one with the wallpaper, because I've got a whole lot of offcuts when I make a journal with a wallpaper cover. I've got offcuts, and then I might use some to make some ephemera with, but then I've still got some left over. And again, I just need to use them so that they're dealt with. So let's do at least one of these with a wallpaper cover like I had intended. Yep. I may have remembered if Puss didn't distract me. I'm going to blame him. Might as well blame someone. I just love this this book. It's got beautiful illustrations. It's an Enid Blyton book from 1960 something, if I remember correctly. It's either 1950s or 1960s. I can't quite remember. But it's got really gorgeous illustrations, and I was going through it going, no, I could use that one. Oh, I love that one. No, I can't use that one. It's like, just let it go. There'll always be more books out there, and that makes me happy because it will give me a good excuse to go and get more, but only after I have culled some of what I've already got. For the sake of my poor husband, if nothing else, so that we don't feel like we're drowning in junk journal supplies. He's happy for me, you know, he's happy for me to have whatever I need and to get what I need and that, but, you know, just got to keep an eye on things, make sure that it's not becoming problematic. So really focusing on using what I've got. Right, oh, don't forget the wallpaper. So I think I'll make it slightly longer, but I am going to trim off the end. Let's go about there. I'm just going to eyeball about there. Let's just slide it under the paper clips. So this one will have, let's try and put it straight and centered. Might be a good idea. Don't try and rush it too much. That's better. So this one will have an extra page, an 11th page, which is the wallpaper. So another fun bit to play with. So Rachel in hers used all sorts of things. She used digitals, authentic ephemera, Florentine paper, old documents, you know, all that sort of stuff. Wonderful stuff. And it was like, well, I don't have an overabundance of that type of supply. And then I thought, what if I just focused more on pages with images? Right, we've got purple and gold here. So let's go purple ribbon on this one. Find the end. There we go. That wasn't too difficult. I could tie it on the inside, but I'm just choosing to tie it on the outside. Either way would be fine. And Rachel on hers just did two little ties, one at the top and one at the bottom, and then some she just tied at the top or the bottom. But I thought this gives a nice amount of ribbon that you can actually use on something and have a play with. So that is my little adaptation. Those paper clips are annoying me at the moment, so I'm just going to whip them off. Everything's now on the ribbon anyway, so it's all good. Oops. Probably should have creased that wallpaper before I started, but never mind. Here we go. Shall we do the last one? Why not? We prepared for, we might as well make for. So don't let me forget the wallpaper. Please. So fun little bundles. I think they would be quite fun for somebody to use however they wish. And he's back again. Puss is back in the kitchen. Oh, no, I was wrong. It is Snuggles. I didn't realise she was actually outside. It's a beautiful day outside though. Sunny and lovely. Yesterday started off sunny and then it turned all grey and warm outside but cold inside because the sun wasn't getting through. And today is just glorious. Blue sky, sunny, delightful. So I've got some fabric that I was given hanging out on the line because it was quite musty. So it's been out there for a day and a half now. The lighter fabrics are already fine. And I think the heavier fabrics would have been fine if there had been sun yesterday, sunshine. But there wasn't. So by the end of today, they all should be good to bring in off the line and be nice and fresh and not smelly anymore. And I can use the fabrics. Right, let's go with this wallpaper. It's slightly taller, which is fine. Make it that big. So it's still got a scrap there. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. Makes a fun little cover. Now the thing I could run into trouble with, yeah, I'm going to have to trim it down because otherwise my crocodile might not reach into the pages. So I'm just going to whack a bit off the top. Yep, Puss just came in, saw I was still busy and went straight back out again. He's such a ning-nong. Lovable ning-nong. As soon as I get up from here and head that way, he'll be back in. Guaranteed. Either that or he won't show up and then like in a couple of hours he'll be in. It's like, I didn't get lunch, I'm starving. Does anyone else have an old cat that just their behaviour becomes a little bit weird and demandy? But we're just making the most of while we've got him, demands and all, because we don't think he's going to have too much longer. I mean, it's hard to know because, like I said, he can still be an absolute loon racing around, and sometimes he even forgets that he can't jump anymore and does jump. Like for quite a few years he's been climbing up things because it's like, I can't jump, and then just in the last 3 or 4 months he's just jumping everywhere, jumping onto the bed, jumping onto the couch, unless he remembers that he can't jump, and then he climbs. We are wondering whether he's got a form of like cat Alzheimer's or something, because he seems to forget that he's been fed. Like he'll eat and then turn around 10 minutes later and it's like, but you haven't fed me, I'm still hungry. I don't know. Is that a thing? Do cats get that? No idea. Or is it just because he's persnickety in his old age? Right, so I'm using a chocolate brown ribbon on this one. Just because I can. Just because I can vary what I'm using. And that makes it more fun for me to make. Okay, so there we go, in a bow. Take the paper clips off, and so this page is upside down. There's probably other pages, yep, upside down. Well, let's just turn it up this way and then it's not upside down anymore. fancy that. Gosh, I'm a dingbat. Maybe Puss gets it from me. Maybe I'm the ning nong and he's just copying his mama. Most likely. And you're probably all agreeing with me. Yeah, it's like, yeah, he's just copying you. He's silly. Okay, so we have two little book page books that are covered with wallpaper, and then we've got the two that I forgot to do with wallpaper, and they've all got different coloured ribbons. Just fun little bits and pieces, and really didn't take very long to put together. So looking forward to using those in some form, whether it's in a journal, in Happy Mail, or some such thing. So that's my take on Roxy's weekly challenge for, I believe, week 15. Short wee video, I think. Yep, it is a short wee video. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you perhaps gave you a fresh take on it if you weren't so keen on this particular project. If you've watched Rachel's video, I will link Rachel's video in the description box so that you can go and watch that if you haven't yet, to see her take, because the papers she uses are just fabulous. Like, I wish I had things like she had, but I don't. But I've got beautiful other things. So use what you have, people, and adapt to suit yourself. And that ribbon is coming undone. It's just, well, it's very loosey-goosey. Let's just tighten that up a little bit, because if I stop the video now and walk away, I'm not going to. It'll stay like that. So let's try again. It is satin ribbon, so it does tend to be quite slippery on itself. I've just got to pull the bow tighter so it doesn't slip and undo itself. There we go. Anyway, that's enough chatter for today. Thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of the week. I'll be back again tomorrow with, I'm not sure what yet. I'll think of something. Hope you join me. Take care, everybody. Bye.